FCMB, a bank-led financial services group, has declared 14.9 billion naira as profit at the close of business in 2018. The figure also comes with an increase of 74% over the restated profit of 8.6 billion naira in 2017. This and other results of the group's performance was released to shareholders at the 2019 annual general meeting held in Lagos.
The chairman, members of the board of directors, management and shareholders of FCMB meet for the 6th time since the group's corporate reorganization and restructuring.
Notice is hereby given.
The presentation of the company's annual report and accounts for the 2018 fiscal year is the main business of the day. The group's earnings grew from 169 to 177 billion naira, while profit after tax was 14.9 billion naira, an increase of 73% from 2017. Consequently, shareholders get an increase in dividend.
I think it demonstrates the resilience of the organization. It also shows that our diversified strategy of building a financial service group that is strong in retail banking, strong in corporate and investment banking, and also strong in asset management is beginning to bear fruits because we saw all parts of the group contributing to the performance.
Last year, I believe the GDP growth for the nation was virtually zero. It was negligible. And in that environment, for any company or industry to thrive means that they must find some way to organize their business such that even in a flat economy, they nonetheless are able to make progress.
What does the performance mean to shareholders?
All have increased significantly, and also the dividend they are going to pay us have increased from 10 kobo to 14 kobo. I commend them for that. And also if you look at their share price also have increased. So with this wonderful development, I believe their shares will continue appreciating.
We will make more profit by diversifying into other countries. So I think this is one area they should go into. And we have seen that there's a lot of opportunities in the African countries.
FCMB Group says it expects positive results from all its subsidiaries in 2019, with growth along profitability, deposits, customer numbers, and assets.
The first quarter of the International Gathering of Women Corporate Directors has held in Lagos. During the forum with the theme, Courage to Lead, the wife of the former British Prime Minister, Mrs. Cherie Blair, made a strong case for more women to be involved in the boardrooms. Speaking also at the forum, the president of the Dangote Group, Haji Aliko Dangote, says that women have proven to bring fresh perspectives when included in the boardrooms. The Women Corporate Directors, the WCD, is the world's largest community of women directors, serving on more than 8,500 public and private sector boards.
It's a unique gathering and a hall full of accomplished women who hold their own as captains of industry, board chair of various reputable organizations, business executives, board members, top government appointees, under the auspices of women corporate directors. And the theme for discussion is the courage to lead, inspiring others, overcoming challenges and achieving success. These women are driven by the urgency of yesterday as they step up campaigns to increase representation on boards. The president of the Dangote Group joins in this conversation because he's both an advocate and a firm believer.
For me personally, I've come to understand the value of women and the power of having them involved in all aspects of business, including the boardroom. I was raised by a very strong business-minded mother who nurtured and supported my entrepreneurial ambition. I've already told you about my 3 exceptional daughters. I cannot wait for the world to see all of their profound talents and for them to take over the business to the next level.
Is this all about tokenism? No, argues Mrs. Blair, an accomplished lawyer and wife of former British Prime Minister. For her, women have a strong economic case.
I absolutely believe it's a fundamental human right that women should have the opportunities, the same opportunities as men, but it also makes solid business sense too. And we want women to enter the boardroom because of their experiences, because of their different perspectives, and because of their skills and competencies. Because diversity leads to more creative problem solving.
Ethiopia's former prime minister has also been invited, and it is simply for roles he played and still holds in promoting parity.
Women on these boards, particularly when they are of a sizable number, as you said, more than 30%, are very critical. They come to board meetings well prepared, are detail-oriented, have zero tolerance for corrupt practices, and add tremendous value to the performance of the board and an institution compared to homogeneous boards where women are woefully lacking.
Just to be clear on what the call is.
We don't want to take over. Don't misunderstand the whole women. We're not saying we should. We're just saying how boards can be effective when you put more women. We're saying the seats should be 50-50.
And here's one way to begin closing the gap fast.
I suggest to WCD that they should go and promote a private bill which will now give a percentage. You know, we can start low from 30, then after 5 years, 40%.
When it comes to advancing global corporate governance, backed by skills, competencies, and fresh perspective, women corporate directors say they are breaking down the walls of stereotypes and assumptions.
Unleashing potentials of women, of course. You're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television. Let's now switch over to business news with Kayode Okikiolu.
You First. First Bank.
Thank you, Gimba, and you're welcome to Business News. 20 million, well, that's the number of Nigerians unemployed in the third quarter of 2018, according to the state's labor force data released today by the National Bureau of Statistics. Akwa Ibom State reported the highest unemployment rate of 37.7%, followed by Rivers State with 36.4% and Bayelsa State, which had 32.6%. On the other hand, Lagos State, Nigeria's commercial capital, recorded the lowest rate of 14.6%. One of Nigeria's top-tier lenders, Access Bank PLC, has declared a 25 kobo dividend for shareholders at its 30th annual general meeting in Lagos. Now, this is the lender's first AGM after its merger with Diamond Bank. The bank also declared a profit after tax of 94 billion naira for the 2018 financial year.
The hall is filled to capacity with shareholders whose first agenda is to be familiar with the financial statement of the bank. The business of the day gathers momentum with the declaration of the dividends.
The directors are pleased to recommend a final dividend of 35 kobo per ordinary share of 50 kobo each.
This is said to be on the premise of a robust 2018 financial year performance for the bank, which witnessed a 20.8% growth in total assets of 4.95 trillion naira from 4.10 trillion naira in 2017. The bank's customers' deposits also rose by 14.3% of 2.56 trillion naira from 2.24 trillion naira in 2017, and a 15.2% increase in gross earnings for 2018 of 529 billion naira. The Group Managing Director of Access Bank, Herbert Wigwe, is quick to state that the bank is focused on creating value for shareholders.
Typically, and as we've always done, we will normally pay a half-year dividend and pay a full-year dividend. The half-year dividend is always less than what the full year would be to give us enough capital to trade. However, in this last case, we had to be extremely careful because of the marriage and the impact on capital, since we have basically said we're slowing down on going out to raise additional Tier 1 capital. So the end request was for final dividend of 25 kobo, bearing in mind that shareholders will require some amount of dividend and of course ensuring that we have enough capital to support the enlarged entity.
Shareholders expressed confidence in the financial stability of Access Bank.
Sharing for this 25 kobo. So that's a very good thing. Can we please put our hands together for the foundation saying?
According to the GMD, the bank has begun its 2018 to 2022 phase of another 5-year strategy, which will position Access Bank as Africa's gateway to the world, as the bank is the only Nigerian bank to record profit in its London subsidiary.
Nigeria's stock market loses 68 billion naira as investors end the last trading day of the week with profit taken in major components across 4 key sectors of the NSE. Edidi Ongiwan has the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The positive sentiment witnessed in the market on Thursday was only short-lived as Friday's session saw losses across major sectors. Now looking at the sectoral chart, 4 of the major sectors we track closed in the red, except oil and gas, which was up 1.89%. Insurance was down 1.01%, while banking and consumer goods shared 0.70% and 0.33% each. As a result, the all-share index was down 0.60%, with the equity capitalization at 11.176 trillion naira. Now, volume and value of shares traded today were relatively lower compared with Thursday's session, as 244.57 million shares worth 1.54 billion naira were exchanged in 3,444 deals. Japo Oil, UBA and Wema Bank made the list of top trades. And that's the stock market report for the day and the week. I'm Edidi Ongiwan. Back to you, Kayode.
Thank you for watching Business News Tonight. I am Kayode Okikiolu.